Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 9 of the Epic Summer of Make-Alongs vlog. So that means I've been doing this for 9 weeks now. Usually it's on a Friday. Today is a Saturday, because it's been a hell of a week. Like, what even was this week? Are you guys okay out there? Do you need like a little pat on the head? Is everybody okay? Because what the hell? I mean, it was rough. And it wasn't just, okay, Ozzy died, the Hulk died, a couple other people died. But it wasn't just that. It was like, it just seems like everybody just had a really rough, bad week. It was a tough one. I'm glad it's over. Hopefully next week is better and we don't have to deal with stuff like that for a really long time. So first off, let me tell you what's coming up in the shop in the future, because I am doing a Prince of Darkness collection. Debated giving spoilers. Not going to give spoilers because some people don't like spoilers. I'll tell you the names of the yarns. How about that? Okay, let's see if I remember the names of the yarns. Okay, so we have Sweet Leaf. We have Master of Reality. We have Planet Caravan, which is such a beautiful song. Oh, it's one of my favorites. We have Fairies Wear Boots, because duh, of course we do. We have Bark at the Moon, and we have Dreamer. Dreamer is a song that I have a love-hate relationship with. It's actually more of a hate relationship, to be perfectly honest. But I think it would translate into a beautiful yarn, if that makes any sense. I don't know if it's undiagnosed autism or whatever, but the way my brain works is I translate things into yarn a lot. Translate things into colors on string. Like, I have a translation device in my head. It's just one of my favorite things to do. So anyway, Dreamer is like the most crystal bitch hippy dippy song. I just, and I didn't realize that until recently. I want to say like the past 2 or 3 years. One day I just finally listened to the lyrics and I was like, really, Halsey? This is like so whatever. Anyway, Black Sabbath, I think a lot of people probably don't realize this, was probably the first Christian rock band. I know a lot of people have this misconception that because of their image they were very demonic and satanic or whatever. I'm pretty sure if they were, they would not have sang God is the Only Way to Love, but whatever. Specifically, look up the lyrics to the song After Forever, and it will change the way you see them forever. Anyway, so that was terrible. And then, of course, we lost Hulk Hogan, and I don't know how many of y'all know this. I know my bestie does. Hulk Hogan was my first crush. I know that sounds really silly, but so I was born in 86, and one of my earliest memories is being like 3 or 4 years old. So that would have been like 89, 90, and my dad yelling from the living room, because I did live with both parents briefly. He would yell, "Tina, wrestling's on!" And I'd run to the living room and I would sit on his lap, and he was always eating like shelled peanuts. I remember that. Anyway, yeah, so that was a fond memory. I always loved wrestling. I remember one time, shortly after I moved in with my aunt, we went to go visit another aunt who lived in Jersey at the time, and they wanted to have a chit chat in the living room about something, so they were trying to get me out of their hair. So one of them was like, "Oh, go look out the window by the kitchen. Hulk Hogan's there." And I was like, "What?" So I went and I kept staring at the alleyway because I was convinced Hulk Hogan was there. I must have stood there for like a freaking hour before I realized Hulk Hogan wasn't coming. I was 6. Don't judge me, all right? Anyway, I want to do a yarn for him too, but that's going to be tricky because how do you combine red and yellow in a way that doesn't scream ketchup and mustard or McDonald's? Don't worry, I have a plan. I'm going to figure it out, and it's going to be rad. I hope it's going to be rad. I think it's going to be rad. I have full faith it's going to be rad. Anyway, so that's what's coming to the shop. Let's show you what actually is in the shop this week. We have Touch Grass. That's not color accurate. It's a little bit more vibrant. It looks really jade here. It's actually more of a grass green, which is why it's called Touch Grass. Kate Spade green, if you will. If you saw my Makeover Monday video, you'll see the color accurate photos. Also, if you go to the website, you'll see the color accurate photos. So, the Wild Card Wednesday yarns that I did, which incidentally, I think the kind of pumpkin patch yarn and the touch grass, I think these are going to make nice socks. I think I'll do that. Ugly, but nice. I have a thing for ugly yarn. I don't know. It's got a soft spot in my heart. Speaking of ugly yarn, though, there was the other skein from Wild Card Wednesday. So if you didn't see it, this is the final version. It's kind of a coral, salmon-y orange with green. The other one was a lot more intense. That's why there were two parts, because the first version I did was like really freaking intense. Well, I overdyed it. And now it looks super... I mean, this is so unique and cool. And I'm gonna do a shawl with a deep, rich berry purple. And I think these colors... Let me open it up for you. I feel like these colors would be really, really great together. There's that orange, there's like blues and purples in there, mostly green, but those weird little pops of bright orange. That Tangelo did not want to get overdyed, so I just thought that was really interesting. So that's what's in the shop. Let's talk about what I actually knit this week. And I am sure you will be relieved to hear that there is a new project on my needles. Got my Shark Week socks. Hello, Shark Week socks. Because I am a little pansy, I'm not actually joining the challenge because I don't want to rip them apart because I ain't got time for that. But I also, because I didn't really have time this week to knit, also they are probably not going to be done by midnight tomorrow, so what are you going to do? I also did, as you saw last week, I pulled the needles out of the dress I was working on. No big deal. Was not upset. It just needed to be done better. And if I'm going to go the whole 10 miles and make a sparkly white sweater dress, I want to make sure I'm happy with it, that I'm happy with everything about it, the way I made it, and any little tweaks I had to make. So since there were so many tweaks that I wanted to make, I just ripped it apart, started over, and I've decided that this time I'm holding this throughout the entire dress, not just the skirt. However, I have decided, after multiple attempts at doing the bobbles with the yarns held together, the bobbles are just the cotton yarn. And then I just carry the sequin yarn in the back. Because it's really, really hard to do those with the little sequins poking out. And because this is like multi-stranded, and let's see if I can just... There we go. You see that? It kind of comes apart really easily. It's at like 4 strands. It's just like a bunch of little skinny strands, and every now and then there's a part where it's like they didn't ply it correctly or something. You'll get like weird loops. Really difficult to do the bobbles with. So I just decided the bobbles are just done with the plain sparkly cotton, which is tough enough in itself because the frickin' Lurex keeps coming away from the cotton, and then my Lanta, I cannot wait until I'm done with the nups again. Anyway, so here's what we're looking at now. The neckline is still a little big, even though I went down to a size 2 needle. But it's really pretty. It's sparkly. It's twinkly. I think it's going to be really, really beautiful when it's done. It's probably also going to be really heavy, but I don't really care. We'll see. Anyway, so that's it. That's what's coming into the shop. That's what's in the shop. That's what I knit this week. Still haven't picked up my other 2 sweaters. It's just... And it's not because I'm not interested in them. I am still very much interested in them. I love them. I'm not abandoning them forever. It's just time has been not on my side. So this weekend I am prototyping yarns. I'm also going to be doing the painting for the Advent. I have the prototype shipped out to my dear darling Liz. So she's doing she's going to be doing the design for Not spoiling it. I'm not spoiling anything, but she's doing a pattern. So, yeah, I managed to. I got the little poems that are going to be on the labels printed up, and it's a good thing that I sent this box to Liz because I realized when I was printing them out, I didn't leave a big enough margin on I think the left side specifically of the little poems, so they're still legible. You can read them, but also I think I want to increase the resolution of the font. Might even choose a different font. Not sure. I want to make sure the stickers come out really nice, so I'm gonna have to tweak them a bit. But yeah, so that was a big thing to get done for me because I hate sitting in front of the computer. Like really, really freaking hate it. I cannot do computer work to save my soul. What should take like 20 minutes will always take like 3 hours. Got that done. I have some stuff, most of the stuff, I guess, for the stitch markers I'm making, which it's taking all of my effort not to, because I have two of them over here. I'm not giving spoilers. Not giving spoilers. I've also been looking at stitch stoppers, so I got some sweet hookups for that. Thank you, Bestie. She sent me links to her suppliers, so now I know where to go and get them. And there's some really, really cool options out there. Waiting on a bunch of stuff to come that I've already ordered. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. I'm also thinking of extending the pre-order because I know a couple people have mentioned that they get paid around the first, and it's going to be a tight fit for them to buy it. So I might extend it like a week or two, just to make things easier on people. You don't have to struggle. Listen, this is not like your final exams. This is not the SATs or whatever. If you're struggling, you're on a time limit, whatever, you need extra time to come up with the money, it's fine. It's totally fine. Just let me know. We'll work something out. So I don't want anybody to feel like they're missing out and they don't have to miss out, or they don't want to miss out, whatever. So, yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to turn off the camera and go get some work done. And I made this under 15 minutes this week. Hallelujah. Glory be. Good job, girl. Okay. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.